So moving on from that, um, you mentioned that you had some things to say about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball
Uh,
Super. The floor is yours.
shit. Okay, man. Here we go. So, I think me and you had a discussion about the characters in Super and GT for the last couple weeks on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like 2 weeks ago on Sunday, it just really got me to thinking how, for most of us, right? Most of us want to think that we're Goku.
Yep.
Most of us would like to think that when push comes to shove, we have an innate ability to come out on top. We, when we face against harsh, dire situations, we can just hone in, we can dig deep, and we can come out on top because we have a natural ability to do so. But if we being real, we really being real with ourselves,
Uh oh.
most of us are more like Vegeta.
Mm. Mm.
Most of us are more like Vegeta, dude. And here's my explanation why. Um, Vegeta, right? We got a guy who trains his ass off, right? Who works hard, very hard, to attain levels of success that he thinks is good enough to get the job done, and then finds out that it's not good enough at the end. And
Oh.
and we got Goku, right? Who just somehow always just has a natural ability to do so. I mean, he trains, right? We all
Yep.
know that person that kind of just at work or at the gym or whatever, someone who's just naturally gifted. That's just, why are they so fucking good? You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm busting my ass off to get even to their level, and they don't even need to kind of try. You know what I
To,
mean?
and not even to get to their level, to be honest with you, to come up short.
Short.
Just to come up a little, just to come up short enough to where you see the difference between yourself and and whoever is in first place.
Right, right. I think that's kind of why Vegeta, besides the fact that he's a badass, and besides the fact that he's got the Saiyan pride and he's the Prince of all Saiyans, I think Vegeta's popular because to most of us, he's very relatable in that sense. You know what I mean? Like most of us want that Goku. Not most of us want to be Jordan, but
Yep.
if we being real, we're more like Pippin. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
or we're number two or number three, and we busting our asses off to try to become number one. And most of the time that Vegeta fails, he comes back stronger than ever. Right? He'll come back. He'll attain a new level, but Goku's already 2 or 3 steps ahead. And he's like on vacation, and then you're training, you're working on your craft, you're hustling, you're bustling. It just seems like some other people kind of naturally can attain this thing, man. And I think that's why we really attach to Vegeta as a character more so than Goku, because most of the time when Vegeta struggles, his struggles kind of more reflect our struggles as a person. You know what I mean? Even to the point where in the Cell Saga, we know the infamous moment where he let Cell power it up and get the final form. Most of us talk shit about Vegeta saying, oh, he did that and he should have killed Cell off. But if we being real, how many times have we dealt with this situation where, oh, I'll handle it later. Eh, I'll pay that bill later. Or, I can get this assignment done. I'm so confident in myself. I can get that done. And then when push comes to shove, when that time comes, you're like, oh shit, I should have gotten this done. You know what I'm saying? I should have nipped the bud when it was done, early, and we didn't do it. So I just think that Vegeta is very relatable, man, as a character, more so than Goku. And it just really just kind of hit me the other day how this guy really trains and busts his ass to get that next level, and we ourselves are training or working hard, and there's always something bigger and better. You know what I mean? There's always someone who's bigger and better. And most of us would like to have a natural ability, and there's nothing wrong with shooting for the stars. There's nothing wrong with aiming for the number one spot. But more often than not, man, it's just there's always that person that's just like, damn, why can't I get why can't I beat this person? Why can't I get in this person level? Why he's naturally charismatic, or why is that person so social? Why is that person extra good in this skill or this craft? And I'm not there. You know what I mean? Like,
Man.
when Vegeta struggles, when he's literally frustrated, man, like I feel like we really feel
Yeah,
that
that
times,
shit hits
man.
home, bro. Like that
Right.
shit definitely hits home. And I think the worst part about it is that oh man, like nah, bro, you just dropped a heavy haymaker right there, bro. Like you just dropped a jewel right there. The worst part of it is that through all of that, you see a character that is making the commitment to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
that's the worst part of it right there. Because if he was still a bad guy, his arrogance would make it to where in his mind he would think it's impossible for somebody to be better than him. Like bad guy Vegeta is always better than anti-hero tweener Vegeta, right?
Right, right.
Because if he's still a bad guy, he's still training as hard. He's still pushing himself to the limit. But in his mind, the thought of somebody being better than him is impossible. So he's still continuing to make those strides to be the best. But the fact that he doesn't have that conscience or that level of caring for anybody else makes him even more dangerous. You
Mm.
know, good guy Vegeta is almost like just kind of going with the flow a little bit. So it makes it even worse internally because you know what I'm saying? You don't want to see him going with the flow. You want to see him arrogant and cocky. Him being arrogant but still bowing down to Goku just comes off as like false bravado a little bit. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like
Right.
I don't want to see the coolest guy in the circle going along and getting along. I don't want to see that. I want to see him pushing those limits. I want to see him testing everybody else. I want to see him making everybody else uncomfortable and unsure about what he's capable of. The dichotomy between Vegeta and Goku has definitely gotten a little bit out of whack to where, if I'm going to be honest, it's not as interesting as it used to be anymore. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when Vegeta thought that he wanted to kill Goku is when it was more interesting because you never knew when it was gonna go left. You knew it was
Right.
gonna go left, but you never knew when it was gonna go left. Now, I don't like to see Vegeta as a sidekick, bro, because we don't view ourselves as being sidekicks. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I
Oh, shit. Talk that
like,
talk,
you know what
man.
I'm
Talk
saying?
that talk.
Like, I don't want to see Vegeta resign himself to being the sidekick, dog. Like, I don't want to see that. No, fuck that. Because we're all the protagonists in our own mind. We're
Mm-hmm.
all the main characters of the story. I don't want to see the guy who thought he was the guy content with not being the guy. I don't want to see that. Like,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that, bro. Like, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't
damn,
want to see
man.
like let's just keep it 100 here, bro. Like
Uh-huh.
when you play Super Mario Brothers, like when you play it on one player mode, you don't have the option of playing as Luigi. You only get the option to play as Luigi when you're playing with two players. You know what I'm saying? If there was an option to play as Mario or Luigi, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but you play Super Mario 64, you put the cartridge in that motherfucker, you got to unlock Luigi. You're not playing as Luigi or Mario. No, you're playing as Mario, right?
Right.
Luigi thinks that he's Mario. Luigi's Mansion, your plan is Luigi. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that, bro. The main
Oh
character,
man.
like, you get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man. I'm picking up what you're putting down, dude. Like,
Like,
and that's where the frustrations come. We're like, why can't Vegeta? Because he represents us. We get so flustered. Like, why can't he get the W? Why can't he get the belt? Why can't he win and achieve these things we want him to achieve? Because we look at him as us. You know what I'm saying? In a
mm-hmm.
way, that's where the frustrations come. Like, come on, man. Why can't he freaking win in the end? You know? And that
And
Toriyama keeps pulling that shit in front of us, dangling that carrot in front of the reader's eyes, saying, he might get it this time, and we all know he ain't gonna get it. But we
nope.
still have that little seed of hope. Be like to be like, all right, let me read on and see what happens.
And that's why it'll never happen. It'll never happen. And even if it did happen, at this point, I don't know if we'd even be excited for it like that, bro. Like, which is kind of fucked up, man. So in that character arc, I mean, we talked about Piccolo's moment on
Mm-hmm.
Namek. What would have been the ideal moment for Vegeta to really pull it off, man?
Shit, the ideal moment to get the belt for Vegeta, huh?
Yep, throughout his entire character arc.
Well, he had two chances. He had
Mm-hmm.
against Cell, second form Cell, and he had against Frieza, resurrected.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's
And
what I was looking for.
yep, and that moment when Frieza blew up the planet, it was up to Goku to go back in time and fix it or whatever. That was like Vegeta literally had the W clean, had the clean pin on Frieza. And it was just like, wow, Goku still found a way to defeat the villain. You know what I mean? Like this was I think that was the debut of Blue too. Like Goku didn't get SSJ Blue before Vegeta. At least not, like I'm not sure in canon wise if he did or not, but it was like, oh shit, Goku got power up. Oh shit, Vegeta's right there with him. He got the power up too. Like that was a big moment because Vegeta didn't get SSJ God 1 at first. Like we didn't see him get that form. So it
Uh-huh.
was like, damn, Goku got SSJ 3. Now he's got Super Saiyan God. Now he's got Super Saiyan God 2. Well, damn, Vegeta can't even go Super Saiyan 3, or he can't even reach Super Saiyan God. How's he going to catch up? And it was like, boom, he's right there with him. Like, oh, shit. That would have been a good moment for him to get the W over Goku. Kind of get the belt. I understand in the Cell Saga, he wanted a challenge, and at the end, it was just too much. You know what I mean? Like I get that, but Vegeta in the Frieza Resurrection F movie, he was focused, he was ready, and he was ready. He wasn't even playing games. He was like, "I'm just get rid of him." You know what I mean? So, um, I mean, the worst moment had to be when he got Super Saiyan 1 and got totally destroyed by 18. That was probably one of the worst L's he ever took, man.
Well, I mean, to be fair, like he kind of deserved that ass whooping. He was a little bit too arrogant, but he didn't need to get embarrassed twice. Like
Twice.
he didn't need to get embarrassed two times during that particular arc of Dragon Ball Z, man. But I think I agree with you more on the Resurrection F. That movie he should have been the one to get that W there. Like there's nothing I could think of to where he shouldn't have got that moment.
Right.
Cause there's,
Especially for story purposes as well. Yep.
right. Cause like Goku's gonna get other moments. Other characters are gonna get other moments. But Frieza literally put a beam through his chest, bro.
Mm.
Like Frieza separated this man's spirit from his body. And not
Yep.
only did he do that, but he beat the shit out of him, man. He broke
Mm.
him physically and mentally to
Yep.
where this is a character that was in tears pleading. We already talked about this, but
Yeah.
he was broken down to his lowest level by this character and still didn't get the clean pin, dog.
Mm.
Like
The reason why he is the way he is right now is because of Frieza.
he
Literally.
could have got
I
he
mean,
could
he
have got
killed his daddy, bro. Like, come on.
yeah
Killed his daddy with an like you said, with an uppercut.
a
Like,
sing
come on now. Come on
yeah,
now,
yeah,
man.
he in that moment he could have got that, man. I think he
Yeah.
needed that. And if I don't read Dragon Ball Super, I'm sure some of the fellas could kind of fill in them blanks, but he needed that moment, man, for us to at least think that he was capable. Cause I mean, Jiren put the 808 drums on him, dog. Like,
He
oh my
did.
goodness. Oh
Oh
man.
man. He got the tears in his eyes too as he got eliminated. It was like,
With no
damn,
key
man.
boost. Like
Yep.
that was mono e mono, like depowered.
Mm.
And he was in there like getting washed. So yeah, man. Yeah, dog. I agree with you, man. It's fucked up. But Vegeta will forever be the most interesting character in Dragon Ball, in my opinion, because of the relatability and because of that feeling there. Like, do you think that the relatability? Because I don't want to believe that the relatability comes from like jealousy or envy or anything like that. I don't want to believe that, bro. Like, just give me restore my hope in the character. Like, at this point in time, do you think Vegeta is jealous of Goku? Is he jealous of Kakarot? Or is he motivated by Kakarot? Because I think there's a fine line between jealousy and motivation.
I definitely think in Z he was jealous. I
Okay.
think in Z he was jealous because of him always, it's his birthright to be the greatest and the best of his race. And here comes some lower class Saiyan who this clown, right, who grew up on Earth, who's a weirdo, and he outclasses you in fighting, you know what I'm saying, in strength. And it's
Right.
like, what the freak? You know what I mean? And it just anytime he reaches a level, um, Goku's 2 or 3 steps ahead. So and then he saw his rival's son, reach a level that he never got. You know what I mean? So it's
Missed
like, damn.
opportunity.
You know what I
Missed
mean?
opportunity, bro. Oh my
Man.
goodness, man. Gohan versus Vegeta? Like
Gohan versus Vegeta. Woo!
Gohan versus Majin Vegeta? Like we
Yeah.
didn't get that?
We didn't get that. Oh
Shit.
man. Gohan would have to buckle up for that one, I think, for sure. Like we said, he gonna take that aggression now. I can't take your pops out right now, so I'm gonna put it on you. You know what I mean? Like
Man, that would have been in the middle of that saga, bro. Like
that would be fire, man.
that would have been amazing, bro. Like in my head, that's the way that really went, man.
That would
Damn
put
it.
man go and then for Gohan to actually like use that personal skill. Like, all right, I got like my dad put Vegeta in check. I gotta put Vegeta in check. You know what I mean? Like, man, that would have been missed opportunity, dude. Like real talk. But in Z it was jealousy for sure, my opinion. And then in Super is motivation because I mean, with Super Saiyan Blue, he was neck and neck, kind of. You know what I mean? Like he was neck and neck. Then Goku got the Kaioken boost with the Super Saiyan Blue, and then Ultra Instinct is almost a game over because even this new God of Destruction mode he's got, it's not stronger than Ultra Instinct. So it's not stronger. And I think that's another aspect that we like about Vegeta is that he goes his own way. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't cop. He looks at Goku and he looks like I can't copy what he did. I just can't replicate what he did for success. I have to go my own path. Whether it means training 1,000 times gravity, more gravity than him, whether it means going off planet and just almost killing myself in training, you know what I mean? Whether it's tapping into a different form than Goku, you know what I mean? Like or refusing to go Super Saiyan 3 because he can go Super Saiyan 3, but he just refuses to go Super Saiyan 3. Like all these little factors of saying, I am not as good as him, but I also know that I can't copy him to be as good as him. I have to go my own path and find my own way to reach that level or surpass him.
And
So I think that's just another level of relatability with the
And I
character
respect that,
Vegeta.
man. I respect that for real. I like that part of it too. That's some. I like that you kind of highlighted that because he always wanted to stand on his own, and I'm still waiting on them to give him that moment, man.
Right.
I'm really waiting on that, bro. But that's a damn good point that you made there, bro. Like I really can't even add on to that, man.
And I guess last thing I'll say about this is some of us are like Gohan, man, living in nostalgia. Like Piccolo said, you peaked.
You
So
peaked. Man. Well, at least Vegeta has hope. At least
yeah.
Vegeta has some hope, man. Like the motivation of it never being enough is a reason to continue striving towards, doing better and getting more and getting the most out of what it is that you have. Like we're all talented, we're all capable of doing things, but you do need an extra push to get past what it is that you thought you were capable of. If Goku represents pushing past the limits, I think Vegeta represents it in his own way, man.
Mm,
Like for real. I still like him better as a bad guy though.
I agree. That's the roots. That's the root of that character. Man, I dig Majin Vegeta, man. When he got back to that, a little bit to that root, man. That dynamic definitely changed in Super where it's a little bit too friendly
Yo,
now. A
okay, so
little bit.
hold on. So I do got this question here for you, right?
Aye,
So
man.
like, cause we all knew that Majin Vegeta was gonna be short lived, and we
Hmm.
appreciate it for what it was. Like Majin Vegeta was a little bit like Hollywood Rock, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's a good comparison. You're
Cause,
right.
cause,
You're right.
cause we only got Hollywood Rocky for a couple months. We got Hollywood Rock for for WrestleMania, and
Hmm.
then we got Hollywood Rock for the little feud with Goldberg. Like we loved him as a bad guy, but we loved seeing him as a bad guy enough to where it was like, damn, man, like why couldn't we get this longer than what we got it? But it's almost like if Majin Vegeta lasted longer than what he lasted, we would have wanted him to just fucking kill Majin Buu.
Yep. Yeah,
So
man. For sure.
yeah,
For
bro.
sure.
But that's a damn good point, man. Like shit got kind of real there for a second, bro.
Bro, it was literally like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like this unknown entity is about to kill all you guys because you guys settle this beef right here, right now. And you know what? By the time it happened, like I've been down to see this rematch for a long time. You know what I mean? Like, but we just
Yeah,
didn't
man.
know Goku had Super Saiyan 3 the whole time.
Like fuck Goku,
Oh
bro. Like
man,
that
we
was
didn't know, bro.
like and again, that just goes back to it right there. Like why would they do that? Like why would they do that? Because that makes it look like Goku was just so did the punches even hurt? Like did did any of that actually count if the whole
Like,
time he could have just powered up?
like he was selling hard. So you tell me Goku was selling the whole match? The whole match he was selling.
Not like
Come
it should
on
have it should
now.
have been Gohan, man. It should have been
Yeah, it
Gohan.
should have been Gohan.
That,
Because at
that
least
should have been Gohan.
it would have been SSJ2 versus SSJ2
And
even
Gohan would have
matchup.
been and Gohan would have been soaking up that ass whooping, man. He would have been soaking up that beat down
Man,
and
thinking
wouldn't
I
be
should have been training the last couple years.
man,
Right.
listen, bro. Coming very soon to the behind the scene podcast, man, is I mean, we already kind of did this, but we fantasy booking the Majin Buu saga.